The golden go? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. I don't think there's anything I can do to this one. I think this one's just straight up 9. I don't think there's anything I can do to that one. That one looks fantastic. We gotta set these. We'll put them right here for now because they do need to all go in. Let me grab the golden goat. Alright. Yeah, it's another minty one. You got obviously some whitening there under magnification. Take away the magnification, you almost can't see it. Small little dot on the corner up there. Let's see if that's actually on there. Yep, there's something stuck on there. So as we can see, we got one 2020 dot right there. Looks like one other small dot on the left. One on the corner. See, once you start looking at these things under 2,000 times magnification, you start seeing things, man. Visually, in person, I don't see any whitening. Okay, I see 1, 2, and then that corner down there. Standard near mint. Maybe one extra piece of whitening. I'd probably give it an 8. It'd be an 8 if graded. Golden go, the near mint 8. All right, where were we? You go over there. Let's check out this next one here. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything on this one on the front. Yeah, that's whitening. Yeah, this is another one. I think this one is like an 8. Sounds good, sounds good. That one's an 8. Let me check the Dragonite again. I'm pretty sure the Dragonite was a 9. I could go 8 to 9. Blastoise has these hollow scratches, so that'll be fun with the scratches. Right now we're already down to a 7 max. And it looks like we do have some scratching on the back here significantly, but we have that lifted edge there. So that'll actually cap it at 8. So before we work on this, We need to get clarification from the owner. So it's a 6 currently. 6 on arrival. Get some more clarification on that. This is what grading evals look like, by the way. Sora, this is someone who only grades the cards and he resells them. So we're just going to check the evaluation here. We're going to look at centering and take that into effect, which all these are pretty well centered. The issue is just going to be imperfections that we find on the surface. Front of Gengar looks really good. He's in the repair stack. You're in the queue on the Fire Rayquaza. I got to get more of the presses done. And I did the last 3 days off from pressing, so I'm a bit behind. Just because of the convention and then how exhausted I was. I took all Monday off. Looks like we do have some back scratching here. Not a whole lot, but it is there. So this could 9, but right now it's an 8. Back scratching will prevent it from getting a 9. So this is going to be 8 on arrival. So we will work that one. All right, we got one more card to check before we start the polishes here. Well, like one more card to actually put on the polish table. Slight scratching on the front. That already gates it out from a 9. Oh, this could legitimately get a 9 too. Back is beautiful. So it's just the front. So it's 8 on arrival. So once we get rid of these, we should be looking at a 9 across the board. So let's go ahead and reveal the one that you missed already was this one. And one you missed earlier was that. This is actually a 9 contender, and that's $20,000 if it gets a 9. So working with some pretty crazy cards right now. We're looking at potentially a $100,000 collection that was sent to me for working. So it all depends on the grades they get, but this is definitely on the higher end. So for me, if I do a good job and these grade well, I basically get extra taxes because I'm going to get a few $1,000s. So let's do the best job we can, and we will leave the rest up to the Lord. After I do a few polishes, I am going to do the presses as well, just to get those knocked out. And then I won't be working tomorrow morning. I have a personal matter that came up. So I will not resume work until tomorrow afternoon sometime. Nothing serious for me. It's more just trying to support a friend. So don't worry about that being like a personal thing. And yeah, a lot of these have like beautiful swirls. Imagine this in a 9, dude. Sounds good, man. Take it easy. Have a blessed week. We'll get that one tomorrow morning. And then I don't know if I've got enough. I can probably add a few more for the humidor. Let's see, let's actually do that. We have some ones from Nick to get done first. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, these weren't humidor. These were heat press. That's right. These were all really banged up. All right. We will get Nick's stuff sorted out tonight, too. And we're just going to try and get as much of this done as possible. We've got quite a few rounds to get done before we start hitting into the personal stuff again. Okay, so the Charizard's in the position to get a 9, but it still could 8 because of that bottom edge. That's looking good. Still got one scratch left. Could go 8 or 9. Just really depends on how heavy they are on that ink imperfection. If they look at that ink imperfection and count it against the card, then it could drop it to an 8, maybe even lower. Alright, we're going to pause on that. We're going to let those kind of dry for a second. And we're going to go ahead, well, more than a second, we're going to go ahead and do our presses. Those are long overdue at this point. So let's go get the presses done. I do have cards for re-gluing as well, but I will go ahead and do those tomorrow. Those can wait. We'll hit the Slowking one more time, but otherwise it looks pretty good. Rattata's looking fine to move on to the next stage as well. Just give me a second, I'll point these out. Okay, so I'm not doing my polishing, so I'm going to take my brace off so you guys will see my little wrist bump, but it's alright. This thing itches like crazy anyways. So, stings a little bit. So what we're looking at right here on this Slowking is we've got this bump right here. Okay, so that bump is basically right where this crease is on the opposite side. So we're going to try and just smooth that out, and we'll hydrate it after. Now, we need to be careful while we smooth this out. So we're going to start with the back because we're pushing it out. All right? So we're going to start with the back, and then we're going to flip it and press a little bit harder on the front. But we're not really pressing hard. We're just trying to have enough of a presence to move the cardstock into its correct position here. We're really not trying to affect anything we shouldn't be. So now we're just going to go over, we're going to take our flat edge, and we're just going to do some large circles at about twice the pressure we just did. And that's it. That's all we're going to do. We're not going to crank on it. That's all we're doing. So let's set that aside. Next up is a Legendary Collection Dragonite. This one... Did I mark this one? I did not. So it should have a pretty obvious flaw if I didn't mark it. Yeah, I think it's right up there. Yeah. Check it out. See how it divots right there? Pretty sure that's it. I don't know why I didn't mark that. I should have marked that one. That's not obvious. You can also hit that edge a little bit. So let's go ahead and get on that. First things first, we're just gonna slightly just kind of move over it. We're really not using any pressure, we're just moving over it. And then we're gonna want to use a little bit of pressure here on the front. Again, not much, we're just trying to encourage it to go elsewhere. And it should just naturally fall in the position it's supposed to. So, here's the fun part. Take your little applicator, one spray, that's it. We don't need anything crazy, one spray. And we're just gonna hit, leave a little snail trail, get the corners that we want to move back down, go over to the Slow King, hydrate that, put that face down, hydrate that other part, fold the wax paper back over, make sure we're centered over that paper, plate it, and clamp it, just like that. And obviously we do want to try and put the clamps where the damage is. That is kind of important. Alright, next one. Next up, we've got a base set 2 Mewtwo. Okay, I can already see this one has... It's got a crease there. This one was hit thermally already. Cardstock's not really wanting to cooperate, as we can see here. But it looks better. I mean, it's that's under magnification, and it looks significantly better. So honestly, I'm happy with that. I do believe this one's mine, actually. Let me check. Yep, Mewtwo base 2. So if the Mewtwo stays like this, we can actually get up to moderate play when we're done with the repair. So the next one, we have Caterpie. So we've got, taking a look at this, we got a crease over here, indent up here, 2 small indents, another third indent on the bottom, and a large indent here on the left. So let's go ahead and get that work done. Right away, I can already see where the crease is going to be at from the front. So let's get started there. So because the crease is actually on the front and it's bulging from the front, we actually don't need to touch the crease at all. We're just going to hit it a little bit. Again, we're not trying to force anything. If we force it, what we'll do is end up ruining it. So we're just trying to encourage it to do something else. That's all we're doing. Flip to the back. Let's hit these trouble areas we found on the other side. Again, we really don't have to do much. We're not trying to correct it right now, just encourage it like I said. Alright. Not a whole lot of hydration is needed here. Alright, next up is a Nidorina. We will have to spray our applicator before we do that again, by the way. How does Nidorina look? Nidorina looks good. Dorino looks very good. Okay, next up, we do have some issues up top, which are very clearly visible. Okay, so you guys can see it, the issues I'm talking about here. These little bumps up here just need to be flattened out. That's all we're doing today. We're not really doing much. So, this is all this looks like. Let's take our smooth edge, barely any pressure. Just enough to really hold it to it. A couple circles, that's it. That really is it. Get some liquid on it. Go up just like that. Slap it down. Press it. We're done. That's it. I'm probably gonna like do clamps kind of like that so I cover the whole front. I want to get that top edge. And we'll disperse it more on the bottom. But that's it. Just like that. Alright. Next clamp, we have a Voltorb. It's looking pretty good. I'm not really seeing any obvious flaws that would need pressing here, which is good. Okay, needs a small press. Thinking it's just on this side over here. Looks like that whole edge needs a press. We'll go ahead and do a double whammy here. We're gonna, there it is. Looks like we might be able to get something out right there, so we'll go ahead and smooth that side down, and then yeah, I think we're just gonna just like that. All right. Crease here and crease there, but they're really slight, and this edge down here turned out fantastic. We'll actually see if this holds as is. No, it does have a slight bump. Alright, for this one, because we've worked on this so much, I'm actually going to crank down on this thing now. Because this is in for several treatments at this point. And it's not really seeing any improvement in this area. Everywhere else it's seeing improvement, so we're only going to do it in this one spot. But we're going to hammer down on that. Then we're going to hydrate it. Then we're going to press it. Again. After this, we're just going to finalize it. However it turns out is how it turns out. We typically don't want to have to go to the extreme measure like that, though, because what happens is we can cause deformations in the cardstock, and that's not what we want to do. I think this was our Ancient Mew. It was. Look at that. You can see where it had a little something going on. We got it at moderate play, and we should be able to get this to jump near mint. All right, this next one is really obvious. So, when you see something this bad, we want to just take our time with it. All right, so we're just gonna very slightly, very gently just go over it. And that's pretty much it. We're just trying to get it to break up a little bit in that cardstock. And then we hydrate it, and then that's literally it. And we slap it down like that. And we will revisit this tomorrow and make sure we do put our one clamp right on it. The hydration is important, and so is the playing around with it a little bit. Extremely important. Okay, on this one, we're just going to see how that turns out. This is roller bar damage. Believe it or not, it's actually pretty flat now. It doesn't look like it. But we will argue on this one moderate play with roller bar. Just a ever so slight press on this one at the bottom corner. That's all we're gonna do. Just get an ever slight press like that. That's it. Press and press. Moving on to Mysterious Fossil here. All of the pressing looks pretty good. A lot of these are one and dones just because they weren't complex. So, quite nice actually. Okay, so this Blissey was a PSA 6. Let me show you why. You can see that top edge right there. It's lifted up. And just some other small issues. So right now we're just going to go ahead and try and encourage the Blissey to flatten back down naturally. And that's all we're doing is encouraging. Blissey that's ready. And actually, this gets close to completing Anthony's order, which is nice. Assuming the Beedrill did well. What was wrong with Beedrill? Okay. Top looks pretty good. Has one spot that didn't really want to cooperate, but that's okay. That happens. The rest of it looks much better. Much better. We actually got some good improvement there. So you will take it. It arrived as a 5. So we will definitely take that. Move on to the next steps. Okay, next up is Sora's Welder. This one has a few problems here. It really just has to do with the outside boundaries here being uneven. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try and even those up. This can happen normally when it comes to like just from a pack. It actually can happen like this. I have seen it before. So all we want to do is just encourage it to do something else, and then we'll go ahead and press it. And honestly, that should be all that needs to be done. This shouldn't need anything other than just a very simple press. We'll do it from the front because that's where the damage is. All right. What time we at? 39 minutes in, about 40 minutes, no viewers. Well, for those who watched the recording, I just want to thank you. Have a wonderful night, and God bless you. I'm going to get back to work here. I'm not stopping, but I am going to go ahead and end the stream while I do this, just so I can move a little bit faster here, because I do got a lot. So I want to just thank you all. May the Lord Jesus watch over you guys. You know, if you ever have any questions about Jesus and you're just hearing this after the fact, feel free to reach out and ask. I'd love to talk. And I will see you all on Thursday. God bless you.